Hey, what's up guys? So I'm here today to talk to you about a app that I've been working on, and it's called Parkour Run Generator. And like it sounds, it will generate moves to put into a run. Now the way it does this is by one, you go to a spot and you select your obstacles. So let's say you have something to vault over and a wall. So you say, okay, you click, I have a vault and I have a vault and I have a wall. Then it takes all the moves that can be done on those two things and randomly generates, well, semi-randomly, but we'll get into that in a second. It'll randomly generate a bunch of different moves, anywhere from 1 to 10, and you have to take those moves, rearrange them, and put them into a line. And the idea is that you're trying to use your own creativity to put them in places where they can flow together the best. So it's not putting them, it's not saying you have to do a Kong and then this and then this and then this. It's saying here's the moves, figure out how to use them in your environment and make them flow together. Now, it doesn't do this just randomly, otherwise you might run into the problem where you get double backflip, double side flip, triple flyaway, I don't know, whatever's in there, right? You might get just this insanely hard run. So you can go into the options and you can set the difficulty for each one of the moves. And if you set the difficulty to say easy, that move is going to come up more often. If you set it to insane, it's not going to come up very often. Or if you just don't want it in there, you can set it to disabled, it's out, you'll never have that move pop up. So that's kind of the way the app works, and I am so overly excited about it, you have no idea. I basically just sat down, I came to the gym one day, and I was like, man, I don't know what to work on. Like, I really wish there was something that would just like tell me what to do so I don't have to think about it. And then I started thinking about different ways to do that, and the idea of a parkour run generator kind of popped into my head. But through thinking about it, I was like, well, if it just does that, it takes away everyone's creativity. You have no more creativity. You just say, oh, let me hit this button on this app and it'll think for me and I just do what it tells me to do. And that is not the idea behind parkour. So I designed this to be more of a tool and less of a kind of thing that's telling you what to do, right? So the way that I want you to use it is as a tool for your creativity, to help grow creativity, right? To help expand your creativity instead of taking it all away. So for instance, I'm gonna show you a few lines that I did just, what was it, yesterday? I went out for just a couple hours with my buddy Sam, and we used the app, generated a few lines, and did them. And this is a great example of how it's going to help your creativity, not hinder it, not kind of wilt it away to nothing. Because you'll see in these lines, I got a bunch of different moves, and I'm going to talk about them. A, I'm going to talk about them so I can show you how the app works and everything. And B, I'm going to talk about them because I absolutely despise finding songs for chill little videos like this. I'm just bad at it and it takes too much time. So here I am talking. So I'm gonna walk through it and show you what moves I got that I would never think about doing outside. It's just like, it's not something I would do. Or some moves where, hey, I would think about this, but I wouldn't think about it in this way or this way. This first spot we went to was kind of a new spot, and you'll see I have rails and walls. So I use the rails as a vault because it's something to vault over. It makes sense, it does everything that a vault can do. So I chose that I have a vault to work with and I have a wall to work with. Ground is always there because you always have ground. So the three lists that it brought up was vault, ground, and wall. So first run at this spot, the line that it gave me was back half, macaco, safety spin, Kong vault, devil drop, crane step. Now, the way this works is, again, you rearrange these in any order you think is going to make them the most fluid. So, this is what I started with. I decided, you know what, safety spins, I don't ever really do them outside. I don't really care about them. I wasn't too excited about that aspect. And I was thinking a back half is going to be kind of hard to do. But I had this idea of maybe I roll into the back, or I roll out of something and then back half to turn myself back around. Figured that might be a cool thing, but you'll see in this video, I had a really hard time connecting that back half in here, so let's get started. So I come up, hit the little safety spin, head up the wall just to do something, hit the macaco, go Kong over this little drop, roll, and I want to do the back half, but my body said, nope, you can't do that. Went into the crane, did it on the wrong side, straight to the devil drop. You can see on that first run, it was the first time through, I just went for it. Nothing came out quite how I wanted it to, so I was like, okay, I'll go through again. But we didn't have a lot of time, so I didn't get to run through it as many times as I would have hoped to make it really, really smooth. But the big thing that was stopping me was that back half. My body just didn't want to turn. So see on this next one, and I come through again, little baby safety spin, whatever. Up the wall, clean little macaco, felt good. Kong over, roll, the roll in the grass sucked. And back full. So my body said, hey, you're not used to doing back halves. Whenever you want me to spin, you tell me to do a full or a double full. I'm not used to doing halves. So it sent me right into a full, and I was like, dang it, why did that happen? And I was getting kind of annoyed. Well, not annoyed, but I was like, I don't want to roll in the grass again, because I was getting super itchy because the grass was really dead. But you'll see on this next one, come over, everything's pretty much the same in the beginning. Up the wall, hit the macaco, Konged over, and then this time you'll see out of the roll, I really thought about it for a second. I was like, oh, get the back half. Finally nailed the back half, went to the crane, to the devil. So that was the line there. Felt great, tried some new things out. The back half was surprisingly difficult, and I would have never found that out and never actually, used that in that fashion if it wasn't for this app. So we decided to change locations because, again, we didn't have enough time. We didn't have a lot of time. We wanted to get to as many places as we could. So we went to Irving Park. This, again, we have vaults, we have the ground, and walls. So those are the three things I got. Line number 2, this is the one that we did, the first one at Irving. I got roll pop full, which I honestly never really practiced in the gym. I've done a few on mats, but never thought about doing it outside. So that was kind of a new one. I had to practice that a few times and got some scrapes on my back because I was terrible at it. So I got roll pop full, turn vault, another really weird one, especially in this place, back handspring, Raiden, back 540, and palm spin 180. So the Raiden was a little bit scary, and the roll pop full was new to me. So I practiced about 4 roll pop fulls and like 1 or 2 Raidens, and was like, okay, you know what? Let's just do it. My back's getting scraped up from these roll pop fulls, so let's just film the line and see what happens. And I'm pretty happy with how it came out. So as you can see, I come into the roll pop full, relatively clean, tap my hands down, and then this little turn vault, I didn't know what to do, so I did that. Went into some back handsprings to gain a little space, came back for the Raiden, and then traveled a ton of ground, which is ugly, to the palm spin half to back 540. Turned out pretty good, I think. Other than the running across the ground, I wish I could have come up with something else there. And like I say, with this app, it's a tool, right? It's not telling you have to do these things. It's saying, hey, here's some things to get your ideas rolling in. Here's something to get your imagination going. So if it gives you a line and you look around and you say, I don't want to do that line, but I want to do this line, do whatever line you come up with, right? Or if it gives you a line and you're like, hey, what if I added this? Or what if I changed this move to this? Feel free to do that. Like, that's what I'm looking for. I want you guys to be moving and being very creative. And it's a tool for that. And it's been working really great for me, and I can't even explain how much I've been loving it. So let's get on to the next line. The last line that I did at Irving was, it had gate vault, which again, I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna do this here. I gotta figure it out. Side flip, front 180, 360 precision, macaco full, and a scoot. So right off the bat, I never do 360 precision, so I was like, that's gonna be hard for me. I'm gonna put it right at the beginning, get it out of the way. And as I practiced to make maybe 3 or 4 of those before I actually did the run. And right out of it, when I was landing, I was like, oh, I can side flip off this ledge. So that kind of got me thinking. And this is an example of kind of changing something to fit how you want to move, not just doing what it tells you to do. I didn't know where to do the gate vault, so I was like, well, let me just kind of makeshift gate vault down this little step, and you'll see it here in a second. So let's go ahead and play the video. See, I come up, do the 360 pre, land right into the side flip, and here, I changed the gate vault to that weird little cartwheel thing, so I was kind of digging it. Popped up, front half, pushed myself back a little bit, scoot, and macaco full. Oh. You'll see I kind of messed up the macaco full because it was not the best place to do it. It was kind of sandy, and I was slipping a little bit, and I kept putting my hand right in this one ditch, and it was really annoying. But I didn't really practice the macaco full here. I was just like, let's just do the line. Let's just do it because I wanted to move. So that was the first one. Landed kind of bad on the macaco full, but decided to try it one more time, but we were kind of out of time, so I had to do it really quickly. So did this 360 pre, right into the side flip. Everything's pretty solid through here. Was really just thinking about the macaco full at the end. Push back. Tried my best. Put my hand right in the exact same ditch, but landed a little bit better than the first time, so I was proud of it, and we had to go anyways, so I was like, all right, that's cool. But again, how many videos of mine have you ever seen where I do a macaco full? Literally none. Well, a macaco full on flat ground. Literally none. I don't think I've ever done it in a video before. So that's an example of something new that came from the app, as well as the 360 precisions. Never really do those. The back halves, like all these things. I noticed from the minute I started actually using this app, I was like, oh my god, like this is expanding the way that I move. It's not limiting me to the way it wants me to move. It's actually expanding it. And that's when I was like, I really, really, really like this app. Started working pretty hard to get it finished, but I am not a good programmer. Like all the stuff that I've learned is pretty much self-taught. I don't know a lot about it, and I'm not great at it, so it's taking a lot of time to kind of get everything figured out. Right now, it's in a working stage. Everything that I want to work is working. I have a few small, minor bugs that I'm trying to get figured out that have to do with like the UI, making everything as seamless as possible. But once that's done, the only thing that I'm waiting on is the graphics. And I'm talking to some people about it pretty soon, maybe tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see. And that's going to be in their hands. So I don't really have a release date for it right now. All I have is a Facebook page. It's called Parkour Run Generator. I'll leave a link in the description. And I would really like for everybody, especially if you are on a Apple phone or an iPhone, to go like that page, because we get 1,000 likes. Not only will we have the app as it is on the Android devices, but I'll also make a version for the iOS market. That way everyone can use it. But the iOS license costs a little bit of money, and I don't want to waste my money if nobody's interested in it, and if nobody's going to use it. I really like the app, and most people that I know are actually using Android, so everybody that I've shared it with, they're on an Android. So if you're interested in getting it for iOS, go ahead and like the page, share the page. Hopefully we can get 1,000 likes before the release date, and then we'll pop it onto the iOS market as well. Thanks again for watching the video. Please go like and share the page. That would be awesome. That would help me out a ton. I had a really good time making the video, and I didn't have to find a song. Kind of talked a lot, but that's okay. It's better than sitting through and finding a song. Let me know in the comments if you like me talking through videos. I won't do it much more. I have a couple more videos planned for the app where I'm actually going to walk you through exactly what it looks like, how it works, and all that stuff. Probably do that pretty soon, but we'll see when it comes out. But those I'll be talking through. For the most part, I'm back to just normal videos. Thanks again for sitting through it. Let me know how you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video.